Hello, my friends. I am on day 4 of my fast and feeling pretty good. Um, I think staying hydrated is the key for me to be able to do this multi-day fasting without feeling, you know, exhausted and overwhelmed. So I've been good at drinking a fluid and not going too crazy with running around trying to do a million things because that didn't really serve me the last time. Uh, so I'm not expecting to lose as much weight for this round as opposed to last time because last time with the 7 days, things started to kick in after the 5th day. So, like on the 6th and 7th day, things seemed to move, if I recall. But it took a little while for the weight loss to start happening. So I'm not expecting a whole lot, but again, this round is less about weight loss and more about lowering my blood sugar and insulin levels for during the extended fast. So hopefully, doing this periodically will start to make a dent in those levels as well as with the weight loss. Um, so things have been pretty good. I haven't gotten any messages from my doctor's office saying they've changed the time. So I still have my appointment on the 10th. And today is another kind of laid back day that I want to do a little cleaning, maybe listen to Audible or watch a movie and just decompress a bit. I think I said in the last one, I've been thinking a lot about Rusty getting up in age and wondering if I should get a pet, another dog companion for him. But for now, I'm going to just stick with Rusty, but I'm going to continue to think about it. Feel free to leave any messages, any thoughts that you might have. But I'm gonna give it a thorough examination, because one of the reasons um, with having Rusty, because of his size, even though he's a medium-sized dog, he's too big for me to take him with me when I would visit my family in Philadelphia on the airplane, because they need to fit underneath the seat, is my understanding, at least for Southwest. So I want to examine more what the requirements are for taking a dog on a plane with you, just so that in the future, if I do get this second dog, that I get a second dog that I would be able to take with me, when Rusty eventually passes away. Um, I don't want to be in the same situation where I am reliant on somebody else to help me out and take care of my dog, because I just don't trust putting him in a kennel, especially after going to the animal services places. I went during the week and it was just really intense going to one of the animal shelters in LA. Very intense. Sorry, my um, tripod just lost power, so it just kind of flipped on me for a little bit. But let me see if I can adjust things. Let me. Okay, sorry about that. The gimbal that I have that I use for walking around. I used it as the tripod, and it ran out of battery life while I was taping, so that's why the camera moved. But I just plugged it into my computer, so hopefully that will solve the problem. So yeah, so again, I want to examine thoroughly, um, finding it. If I do get another dog, I'm getting one that's small enough to be able to take on a plane with me for the future. Because, like I said, going to the animal shelter just recently, this last week, it was so intense. I can't imagine, you know, dropping him off at a kennel, which is relatively similar in that it has tons of, dogs there in cages. I don't know. He's too old, Rusty is, to be left in a kennel. So I won't be doing any traveling for a little while unless I do find someone. And I may have someone who will be able to watch. My friend Carol had said so. So I may have solved that problem at least initially with being able to travel. Okay, I may be rambling a little bit because of the fasting. I tend to ramble. So I'm a little lost as to what I was talking about. Okay, I was talking about uh, thinking about getting another dog. But like I said, I'm going to give it a lot of thought, investigating all the angles, being able to get a dog that I can take with me to fly home, uh, and one that gets along with Rusty. It's not too big because I live in a one bedroom apartment, so a big dog is not gonna really work here. And a majority of the dogs at the shelter, at least here, have been huskies, pit bulls, and German shepherds. And as much as I would love a husky, because I feel like they really try and talk to you. With the, uh, like when I was at the center, I was looking at some small dogs, and next to the cage with like three small dogs were these two huskies, and one husky was staring at me, and he started doing it, and I swear he was trying to have a conversation, wanting me to get him the hell out of there or something. But he was like, woo, and really like full on trying to talk to me. So I would love to have a dog like that, but a husky would not do well in an apartment. And I think a husky would be way too much energy thrown at Rusty because he's kind of a mellow guy. So, so anyway, so like I said, I've been thinking about that a lot this week as I've been doing these fasts. For some reason, I've been fixated on Rusty getting older and making sure he's taken care of. He's here sleeping by me. He hasn't started snoring yet, but that's been my favorite thing to do recently is just kind of start taping him snoozing because he snores like a champ. But I digress again. Uh, so this fast has been good. Today has been really great because I made a point of staying more hydrated than I was in the past. So I've not been having tremendous amount of brain fog other than just kind of rambling on, which I tend to do anyway. Uh, so, yeah, I'm going to stop my fast tomorrow, and uh, I will see how things go as I get my doctor's appointment. When that doctor's appointment for the actual physical, which is what I'm trying to do, then that will kind of determine, how I proceed in terms of doing more fasts. Because hopefully, um, they can draw some blood and whatnot at my Tuesday appointment, but I don't know what they're gonna do. So I will play it by ear, and I'll have a better strategy moving forward once I've actually met with the doctor. And actually, one of the things I was talking with my friend Deborah about is I'm going to, like, my doctors changed my appointment about 4 times. Uh, three, three of those times were changing the day from 1 month to another month. And then once they got to December, they've been on December 10th still, but they've changed the time from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock and then from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So hopefully, I will not get another call on Monday telling me there's some problem. But if they do, then I think I may need to look for another place, another doctor's office to have as my regular doctor, because I shouldn't have to wait this long to see a doctor. But I'm going to go in on the 10th if all goes well and ask questions regarding, what I'm trying to do with my type 2 diabetes, reversing it, and all the other stuff. And depending upon how they react, if they're kind of like supportive and engaged, then I'll stay, with them. But if not, I'm going to start doing some research into finding a doctor's office that falls within my insurance plan, who's more invested in communicating and helping me on my healing journey, because I know no matter what, my healing journey is up to me. It's not up to any doctor giving me pills. It's up to me to reverse my type 2 diabetes through diet and exercise, and I'm not going to try and do it with pills. So either I'll find a doctor that's supportive of that journey, or I'll, with the ones that I'm at right now, or I'll go somewhere else to find that supportive doctor. So yeah, so that's where my head is right now. Is I do want to get on top of reversing this type 2 diabetes, losing weight. One, because it's helping me with my Better Body Challenge and my goals for my birthday on May 10th to get into shape. And this fasting has kind of highlighted for me the need to really get very specific with, writing down what I eat and how much and all the other stuff, to at least initially to get myself really aware and in control of my eating. I'm doing that right now with carbs, trying to monitor it, but I think I need to actually literally write things down. And as I make different recipes or find different recipes, I'll be able to have that information with the recipe of how many carbs are involved and all this other stuff. But I'm just recognizing I really need to be on top of my eating and monitoring it. And I think my friend Deborah recommended writing stuff down. So I'm going to give that a shot of really writing down everything I eat once I break this fast. And try and get as specific as possible for as long as I can until I, figure this thing out. But I don't want to be continuing to add on weight. I want to get into that place where I am losing weight and getting down to my goal of 175. So we shall see how that goes. For now, I'm going to end it here, just saying this fast is definitely worth it, because I will be giving my body this time to heal itself and to reboot. But this is a marathon, not a sprint. So it's going to take some time to get there, and I just have to remind myself of that and just stay on top of things. And eventually I will be doing a video on my hair stuff, uh, and face and whatnot, just kind of checking in with where I am with those things. But so far, so good. Um, and let's end it there. Okay. So, day 4 of the fast, I am saying is going well. I'm going to keep going with keeping myself hydrated. That has been a big thing. But I have also I picked up uh, this vitamin D3 and K2 um, tablets, like 300 of them, to help me with keeping my vitamin D levels high enough, because that's a major uh, issue with people with type 2 diabetes, is that they're one of the um, what do they call it, the indicators of the type 2 diabetes is low levels of vitamin D. So I'm going to make a concerted effort to keep my levels up with supplementing it, as well as with the food choices that I'm making. So hopefully that will put a serious dent in my energy level and in my glucose and insulin levels, and getting this type 2 reversed. So I got that. If you're interested, I will put a link to Amazon for this, where I bought it. And it wasn't that much. I think it was, I want to say it was about $20 or under for this, for the 300. I'm totally spacing, but it was very affordable. It was somewhere between, I think, 14 and $19, around there, I believe. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that once I break this fast. Really focusing on losing the weight and getting this stuff under control. So I will say goodbye for now, and hopefully I will have more updates on the other challenges I'm working on soon. But until then, have a great weekend, have a great week, and be good to yourself. All right? Bisous.